Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for today's video. My name is David and this channel is Demar's Coaching. This video has been inspired by people with borderline personality disorder. I always I always try to make sure I don't trigger anyone with this disorder, because I know a lot of people watch my videos that have borderline, now called emotionally unstable personality disorder. And I always try to soften the blow to the truth of the disorder. The truth that a lot of people with the disorder don't want to hear, don't want to accept. Their own behaviors, their own toxicity. If you don't do this, I'm not talking about you. I don't want to attack people. I'm not attacking mental illness. I'm addressing abuse. My videos are intended for victims of abuse. Many of them have been abused by people with borderline personality disorder. Today, I'm going to talk about why people with this disorder accuse everyone of being narcissists. Huge. And you see it a lot today in general. I mean, you see it on the internet and stuff. The word is being used a lot more and also misused. I think that when someone's calling someone a narcissist, they may not be necessarily saying you have the mental illness, the personality disorder. You're just highly more narcissistic than the rest of us. So, it's kind of about splitting, amongst many other things I'm going to address today. But haven't we all kind of done this? I remember myself, after learning about what narcissism is, because I suffered narcissistic abuse from a very narcissistic person. And I wanted to learn more about it. Yeah. And I start to learn about what narcissistic traits look like, what they are. And my brain, to keep myself safe, I started seeing it in everyone. I'm like, oh my God. You know, then the depression kicks in. Oh my God, is everyone a narcissist? Is everyone bad? Hypervigilance. See, the reality of the situation is it's a human condition. We're all narcissistic. It's a spectrum, and we're not low on it. Most of us are somewhere in the middle. So some of us, a lot of us, most of us, almost all of us are a little grandiose at times, a little entitled. Yeah, we might fantasize about grand things, stuff like this, okay? So if you're hypervigilant and you're looking for it in people, you will most certainly find it in everyone. Everyone. And if you don't understand everything I just said, it's not good. It's a form of depression, that everybody's sick, everybody's toxic, everybody's unhealthy, everybody's evil. And you'll hear people say this all the time, especially in a group forum like this. The world's going to hell. People have been saying that through eternity. So you'll find what you're looking for, won't you? If someone on the internet, you want to believe they're a horrible person, search long enough, look long enough, you'll see that they're a horrible person. If you want to believe that someone's a great, amazing, nice, moral person, and you'll probably find things that back that up, right? But when it comes to splitting, there's no gray area. It's hard to say, oh, well, some of us, all of us are a little narcissistic. Instead of just, oh, I'm not at all, and then there's narcissists. And you're either not at all, like me, or you're a narcissist. What's funny is people with borderline personality disorder, even though you don't want to admit it, is you're way more highly narcissistic than the rest of us. Fact. You're already in the middle. Now you have a personality disorder. 40% of people that are diagnosed with BPD also have NPD. That's huge. Very narcissistic, higher on the spectrum than the rest of us, but yet you call everyone a narcissist. How can anyone reciprocate total care for another human being? How can that person reciprocate that? I don't know. Money? Here's the reason. Here's the reason that borderlines will call you a narcissist in your life, if they're in your life and you know them, you have a relationship with them. because you don't emotionally react with them, which they perceive as cold, unemotional, lacking empathy, when in fact, it's called emotional boundaries. Who could keep up with them anyway? Keeping your autonomy and having boundaries. But they are hypervigilant to paranoid, somewhere in there. They will have a distorted view of you and split on you. Here's just an example of what I was saying. A borderline will watch my videos in an attempt to feel better about themselves. That's why they watch them. Probably a reason a lot of you guys watch. You guys say, I want to learn more about my experience and stuff. But I think there's an element of these videos make you feel better. Maybe replace a loss, stuff like this. But if I don't do that, if this video doesn't make you feel better, and you have borderline personality disorder, and that's what you expected, you may feel attacked, personally. So, they tell me I'm an evil person. They tell me they will take down my channel because I'm a narcissist. That's what they'll call me. Because I made them feel bad, and also like I don't care that I do. It's just called truth. In relationships, they can't regulate their emotions. They are completely reliant on you to do that. That would mean that first, you must feel the way they do. It has to start there. You can't just go, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's too bad. And listen, offer condolences, No. Because you have empathy, I know how you feel, but then you have sympathy. I feel it with you. I cry with you. I celebrate with you. That's great. But do I celebrate and cry all the time with you? You see how I lack my own autonomy. I use an example. Early in my life, I had a job where I helped a lot of customers all day long. Could be 100 different customers in a day. And by the end of the day, I would be so exhausted. Now, serving people and stuff is very hard work. Don't get me wrong. And you're going to be tired. But when you have to feel like you cry and you're so angry and you're so upset because every customer comes in and shows you an emotion and you try to have the same emotion they do, no emotional boundaries. You guys call them empaths. As if it's like, a cape. Superhero powers. It's just lacking emotional boundaries. That's what an empath is, in my opinion. So you have to feel the way they do, no matter what it is. Phone call, oh my God, you won't believe what happened. Oh my God. And drop what I'm doing. And I now have to feel this way and I have to express it and show it in my affect, my tone, my mannerisms, and be there for you. And I got to try to fix your problems and get rid of this mean person who's bad to you and go get your job back. And, go yell at the doctor for not caring for you the right way. And yeah, I got to do all that. And I got to calm you down. I got to make you feel better when it's not my job, even if I caused it. And so many of you, I know a huge percentage of you don't understand that you're never responsible for someone else's feelings. You're responsible for what you've done. And when you realize that, then you realize that all I can do is apologize and not try to do it again. But I am not here to comfort you all day long because something I said hurt your feelings and you're hypersensitive to things because of your past experiences and shit. So, really, it's like treating someone like a baby. It's huge parentification. Borderlines will parentify you. Many videos I've made about that. But you literally have to treat them like a baby. What do I mean? That you put them before yourself. That how they feel and their problems are more important than yours. But if you try to have emotional boundaries and stay calm, you are cold to them. They're perceiving your lack because they have distorted or dysfunctional cognitive functioning. It's dysfunctional. It doesn't work properly. So me just staying emotionally, keeping my boundaries, and maybe instead of crying with you, my eyebrows just go up like this, like some concern, and I apologize to you, and I speak nicely to you, and I offer to take you out for lunch or something, make you feel better. That doesn't work, does it, with a borderline? That's not enough. And we came from a childhood where everything we did was never enough. Try harder, jump higher. But we come across as cold, lacking empathy, narcissist, splitting, no gray area. Me and them. What's funny is a borderline and a narcissist aren't that far away. Very common symptom from narcissistic abuse is hypervigilance. You guys watch my videos because you've experienced narcissistic abuse. And I told you I was, and most of you were somewhat hypervigilant, right? You started seeing narcissists everywhere. That's what I get from a lot of you guys. They're everywhere. Well, in a sense, they're in every community, every society, every country, every city. Sure, but they're not everywhere. But what is everywhere is narcissism in humans. We might not have much patience for that. Wikipedia says hypervigilance is a condition in which the nervous system is inaccurately filtering sensory information, making us extra sensitive to whatever it is that we're trying to look for. And because we've experienced narcissistic abuse, we've had relationships with toxic, abusive people that went longer than a few days, weeks, maybe months, maybe even years. We do have some trouble protecting ourselves emotionally, don't we? After a negative and traumatic experience. Sure, hypervigilance. We have troubles protecting ourselves. So does borderline. But here's the difference. A borderline can't care for themselves. Can't regulate their emotions. Self-care, self-love. They can't do that. We can. We can. I'm not reliant on you to make me feel better. I eventually make myself feel better. Self-reliance. Okay? They lack it. It's up to you to make them feel better. And it doesn't matter what you're going through, what problems you have, how you feel, what you want, what you need. Only them. Who's the narcissist, huh? Self-autonomy, auto meaning self, my own life, with my own relationships, my own goals, my own job, my own friends, my own belongings, is rejection. If you don't enmesh with them and let them be a part of who you are and be your child, emotional child, you're rejecting them. Their feelings and their problems will always be more important than yours because you don't understand what I've been through. Yeah? I have never healed from it. It's the biggest sign I can tell when someone hasn't healed from something. Right? If I haven't healed from my marriage, it looks just like this. Oh my God, I can't believe someone can be so evil. Oh my God, she just was so mean and just never cared. It's like, yeah, that's bad. But if your feelings, your self-care, and your problems and your boundaries are more important than them, which they better be, you are selfish. And I don't know what's more selfish than that. Demanding you compromise who you are. Demanding that you neglect yourself. It's not even reciprocation. It's not even, I'm not going to do these things for you, but you can't do them for yourself. You must prioritize me. I feel like you aren't meeting my needs. Probably not. Probably not. What do you guys think of this? Can you share some of your own personal examples of how someone with this disorder or anybody else, they don't have to be diagnosed or have it, how they did this to you. They call you a narcissist, call you selfish, self-centered, don't care, cold, unempathetic, when it's really just you're not caring for them like a baby. It's the only time we ever put someone else before us, more important than us, is parenting with a child. I'm going to be okay, and I'm not going to tell you about my problems, and I'm not going to act them out and show you. No, I'm fine. We all focus on you. You're more important. How you feel is more important. I will feed you first before myself. You know? But we don't do that with anyone else, not adults. And that is what they are requiring. And it doesn't work. It just becomes more and more stress, especially losing who we are. So let me know what you guys think, please, and ask questions. I'll always answer them. If you think this video is beneficial to you, it could be to somebody else. If you want to help spread and share this message, please thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share the video with somebody else. I really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' examples and answering your questions. Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. Bye-bye.